Okay, here's a science story for kindergarten, first and second graders. This one is called Where Would I Be in an Evergreen Tree? A long time ago, on a big mossy log on the floor of a forest all covered in fog, a seed from a cone fell onto the wood and reached for the sun just as fast as it could. Its tender young needles sparkled with dew, like jewels in the wind as the baby tree grew. Its slender young trunk, so supple and small, would someday be over 200 feet tall. Centuries came and centuries went. Mighty storms blew and great branches bent, and always the tree headed up to the sky, to the gray, misty clouds where the bald eagles fly. The tree gave a home to hundreds of plants and beetles, birds, butterflies, spiders, and ants. With each passing year, more species came, so many that some still don't have a name. We'll show just a few who live in the tree. We can't show them all, or this book would be very enormous, too big for your lap, and too long to read without taking a nap. Under our fir's roots a nurse log once lay. The hollow it left is a bear den today. The great branches keep off the rain and the snow that swirl far above as the bears sleep below. The Indian pipe with its pale ghostly white is fed by the tree roots and needs little light. It springs from deep duff, a rich lofty rug, full of insects and mushrooms, dead needles and slugs. Van Dyke salamander lay eggs on a log that lies near our fir in this forest of fog, a vast web of life where when conifers fall, they don't really die, but give new life to all. Lovely wildflowers nod under the trees, stirred by the fragrant and gentle spring breeze. Trillium, shooting star, harebell, twin flower dance to the rustling wind by the hour. Herds of cow elk keep the green meadows clear. Helped by the smaller and shy black-tailed deer, they browse huckleberry and all kinds of brush, crossing wild rivers that murmur and rush. A little brown creeper circles the tree, climbing in spirals as quick as can be. When he reaches the top, he drops to the floor and starts up the next tree to circle some more. The red-breasted nuthatch has very strong feet. He strides down the tree without missing a beat, eating bugs as he goes, his head facing down like a wee locomotive, straight to the ground. A silver-haired bat scoots beneath a bark flap, tucked next to the trunk for an afternoon nap. He has special sonar that helps him to fly through a forest so dense tree limbs shut out the sky. Lichens and mosses so soft and so thick soak up the fog and the rain like a wick. They give water back to the tree when it's dry from their home on its branches so high in the sky. On a soft mossy mat on a limb high and wide, under spreading green boughs, marbled murrelets hide. Cool salt air blows in from the ocean nearby, round the home of these seabirds, so quiet and shy. See the pine martin? You'd think she could fly, way up in the treetops like birds in the sky. With her long bushy tail and lustrous fur coat, she sails with the wind, seeming to float. The spotted owl hears the tiniest sound, like the delicate footsteps of mice on soft ground. In the deepest of woods, in the blackness of night, she veers through the branches in soft, silent flight. Carried aloft by the cool, fragrant breeze, the flying squirrel glides through the crowns of the trees. On the tree trunk at night he goes scurrying down to feast on the truffles that spring from the ground. So many creatures live in these woods in one single tree. There are more neighborhoods than you'd find in a city or any big town. Some live in the canopy, some underground. Some live in the needles, some under the bark. Some sleep in the day, and some sleep when it's dark. There are too many to fit in this book. So come to the forest and quietly look.